Blast from the Grassroots, connecting people and sharing ideas.
Hi, this is Arlene.
Hi, this is Gowri.
And we are and you are listening to Durian ASEAN, and we are here with our Blast from the Grassroots. Together, we are going to discuss a topic that is about cultural and traditional music.
Yeah, and we have two guests in the studio. One is Azwa, of course. Hi, Azwa.
Hi.
You're a journalist with a local newspaper, right?
Yes, that's true.
And we also have Esmael.
Yeah.
And you are the head of English Academy at Geomatika University College.
Yes, that is correct.
So both of you are doing different things also besides that.
Yeah.
And how did your path cross? Is it the love for traditional music?
Well, we were studying in the International Islamic University one time ago. And then we both joined the cultural unit at that time. So I started out as a dancer, a Malay cultural dancer.
Okay.
And she was a part of the Angklung group, a musical group there. And then suddenly we joined the group, a gamelan group together.
Okay.
And then we
And then
moved on to Istana Budaya and practice music there as well.
What kind of traditional music, Malay traditional music that you guys do?
We both do a lot of gamelan music, and I also play angklung as well at our university. Ismael he's doing Zapin dance.
Wow.
Oh.
So you can dance.
Yes.
I guess. You can see that. I did join a few competitions before, but that's about it. That's about it. I've stopped for a while now about dancing.
What exactly is Malay traditional music or traditional culture? Because when people talk about Malay, is it something that is within the Malay Nusantara, or is just like Peninsular Malaysia, or what is it exactly?
Well, it's not exactly only Peninsular Malaysia's culture. It's all about Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak as well. We have Iban culture, Bidayo, and traditional instruments like sape, kulintangan, something like that. I'm
The
not sure.
xylophone, is it?
Yes. It looks like cak lempong, but it's not.
Okay.
It's we see it as whole, not only for Peninsular Malaysia.
Yeah. Even when we were doing Zapin before, the traditional music that we use for Zapin, which is Zapin is mostly Malay culture, but the music
From
is taken
Johor,
from
right?
From Johor. But there is also Zapin from Sabah and Sarawak as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the same kind of style of
The-
dance?
It's quite different actually, but they still consider it Zapin. Yeah, it's very different. If you look at it, it's very much more slower. It's a
They
bit
enjoy
more,
their time in dancing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like very slow. When I was learning how to do it, it was this is very different. It feels like doing jazz.
Oh, really?
Like very slow. And contemporary is more like that. Yeah.
So, can you share with us how many is it when it comes to Malay traditional music and culture? How many is it that you guys know or there is out there?
Oh.
That's a lot.
Because when it comes to Malay traditional dance, music or culture, people would usually think about what is it available in those kind of official One Malaysia dance.
I see.
Yeah, but not so much on the variety of it. I'm sure it's very much diverse than what
Yes.
people know.
Yeah, most of what we see during Merdeka Day and Citrawarna is very basic stuff.
Just gist of it.
Yeah,
Just gist
just
of
the gist of
our real traditional dance and music.
In like from what I know for Zapin, right? In Johor itself, there's 9 types of Zapin, and each of them uses different type of music, different different beats, different melodies. It's very different just in Johor itself. So if you consider the whole country, there's Zapin Terengganu, Zapin Kelantan, Kedah, and it's too many to mention.
Yes.
And besides Zapin, what else that you guys know?
About music.
Yeah.
Music or
yes.
dance?
The thing that we have in common is that we play a lot of gamelan.
But gamelan, its origin is from Indonesia.
Yes, it's
Yes,
true.
from-
Yes.
yes.
But we still have our real gamelan songs because how do you say it evolves from Indonesia to Malaysia because the origin is from Java Island. I'm sorry, Java Island, and then they brought it to Pahang and then to Terengganu. And then from Terengganu, the musics, the songs, the dancings, all are changed. Not really.
The original
the
Indonesian
original from Indonesia, yeah.
music.
But even with gamelan itself, there are so many different types of gamelan. So, do you know which one? Which one is the type that you guys are playing?
We mostly played traditional gamelan songs. If you heard of Timang Burung, Ayak Ayak, the songs that you usually listen during convocation day at university.
The pentatonic.
We use pentatonic gamelan.
Okay.
And then in gamelan group we have gambang. It's different instruments like gambang, pekin, baron, gong. You guys know that. Because it's a group actually gamelan. It's not really the same instrument like angklung. Angklung we use the same bamboos but with different tune for each. But gamelan it consists of a group with different tone and different instruments.
So it's like a wayang kulit performance where they have the entire assemble.
Yes,
Entire
yes.
cast.
So there's the gamelan and like you mentioned, the
Yes,
gong,
yes.
all that. Okay. But you guys focus on just the gamelan part.
Yes.
So do you have
Yeah.
other people joining you for the others, like when you perform in a group?
Yeah. When we used to play for the group,
Okay.
there were like maybe around 15, 16 of us. Quite a lot of us. So we, per show, usually we only need around 8, 9 people. So we rotate among ourselves.
So where usually you would play this music? Is there a specific event? Or I mean, of course, you mentioned just now you play during convocation, but there is more like a formal event for specific. For a specific festive. But what about like cultural or religious or?
It's nothing religious about gamelan actually. Yes, we usually use gamelan group for formal events like convocations, like
Usually people don't call gamelan unless it's a wedding or it's a really formal event.
In the past, when during our parents' times, when usually they would play this gamelan?
For royal events.
Yes.
Because gamelan originated as a royalty thingy.
Royal instruments.
Royal music. So that's why when it first was used, it was to celebrate events for the king. That's why it sounds very majestic and stuff like that. So it started off like that, and then as time progresses, people from like normal people, the peasants.
We are still farming. Yes, we are peasants.
We like to use it in our daily lives as well. We enjoy it as well. Yeah.
But talking about gamelan towards the masses, as in like to contemporize it in today's modern society, is there any efforts by you guys to do it? Like, nowadays young people are like, oh, it's so traditional. I don't like it.
And it's boring and it's too difficult.
Do you try to contemporize it in a way?
Yes. We actually have songs using pentatonic gamelan because the thing about gamelan is we cannot simply compose songs like doing Gaga song or Justin Bieber song. No,
you don't have a gamelan rendition of
no.
That's sad. You should have one.
It's very difficult because in the Malay gamelan instrument, there's only 6 notes. So it's quite difficult to create like take a pop song and change it into gamelan instrument. It's really difficult. So but we do still try to make it modern music.
Yeah, just as accompaniment instruments for bands like we used to. We also have our own trainer who compose contemporary gamelan songs. We call it Cak Dogong, and you can watch that on YouTube. We have that video, right?
Cak Dogong, please.
Cak Dogong.
But apart from our group, there's a few groups as well that do modern takes on gamelan music.
Yes.
Rhythm
in Bronze.
Really, the one that is really famous is Rhythm in Bronze.
Yes.
And then we also have the Hands Percussion Group, which do really modern takes on gamelan music. But yeah, Malaysia is starting to really grow in gamelan. The past 10 years, it started to really bloom. Malaysia was the host for the International World Gamelan Festival.
Oh, there is?
Ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
Yes,
is it
yes.
exactly?
2010.
2010?
2011.
It was that long ago.
How old are you guys?
I didn't know it was that long ago.
It feels like it was just yesterday.
I had so much fun during that event.
Yes, we had so much fun during that.
It was amazing. Countries from
Japan,
from Australia, from China, all came here to play gamelan music. It's amazing that.
Was it in KL?
No, it was in
it's-
Terengganu.
It was in
Yes.
Terengganu.
Terengganu.
So they had states from all over Malaysia sending groups over.
Yes.
There are few, yes.
There are few.
Yes.
But there were more international.
Oh, no, there's a lot of local.
Oh, okay.
Local and from Indonesia as well. They sent us 2 groups, one from gamelan Jawa and one for gamelan Sunda. Both are different types of gamelan, so it's very interesting to
So
watch.
it's just a festival, or is it a competition? Was there any awards given? Or?
It's a festival.
Yeah, it's a festival,
It's
not
a
Right.
kind of introductory,
Like a showcase
to,
kind of thing.
It's a bit
To-
dangerous to say it's a competition because, as you all know, there's a lot of reclamation of traditional either food or instruments between Malaysia
It's
and
up
Indonesia.
to your preference, right?
So when the Indonesian troupe came here, were there any conversation about, hey, gamelan originated from Indonesia or Malaysia? Or which one is better?
Did they try to tell you guys why are you playing our instrument?
For me, I was in my own world was like so interested in listening to different types of gamelan because when I started gamelan, I only knew about Malay gamelan, so I never had the opportunity to watch other types of gamelan. So I was in my own world trying to like take everything in. I did not even approach them to ask, oh, I think mine is better. No, I was not that.
From what we learned in our university, we knew that Indonesia have many types of gamelan. Gamelan Bali, gamelan Sunda, gamelan Java. We only have one. Malaysia only have one type of gamelan, which is gamelan Melayu. Each of gamelan,
I thought each states in Peninsula have different gamelan version, like Terengganu or
no,
Kedah.
That's more towards dance.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah.
the music itself not so much.
we like dancing more than playing instruments.
I think during the old days, people like to dance. That's the only thing that the
In
mass
the past,
can
they
do.
used to have the joget culture, right?
Yes, we
Especially
do.
during our parents' time.
Yes.
Yes.
Joget, Zapen, Asli.
Inang.
We love dance too much. Where is that spirit? We need to bring it back.
Yeah, we should have classes for traditional dance.
Traditional
Yeah,
dance is
in
quite
KL.
easy actually compared to what
Hip hop.
compared to hip hop. I could not do that to save my life. You can ask me to do Zapin, but no, not hip hop.
Gowri, you're a dancer yourself, isn't it?
I would agree with him. Hip hop is just crazy. I do so many different types of dance. I've tried belly dance, contemporary, jazz, street jazz, but I just cannot do hip hop. It's my brain just doesn't grasp the concept.
To me, I like the softness and the intricateness of the Malay dance, and also any other cultural dance that is like slow and jazzy sort of. You have that jazzy slow feeling, but I'm not really aware of the variety of Malay dance in Peninsular Malaysia. Not you don't even have to talk about Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah.
But if there's one particular dance that you think every Malaysian should learn just to, enjoy themselves, what it is?
Zapin.
Zapin.
I would say
Yeah.
Zapin because Zapin.
The most basic Zapin,
yeah.
which is the Zapin Tenlu. That's the most basic one.
And simple.
Yeah.
And the steps
You
are
can-
simple.
You can learn that in like 10
one.
minutes.
There's those kind of like YouTube video, instruction YouTube video, like how to dance.
Mm.
Zapin in 10 minutes.
You should make it.
I should do like a
nowadays-
tutorial, though.
Nowadays it's so famous, like tutorial videos about everything, makeups lah, whatever lah. So you can have like a 10 minutes with
Could do that. Totally.
Yes, Mael. It's a good idea, Mael.
10 minutes with
Give me
Esmael.
an idea now.
So I wanted to ask you, just now earlier you were mentioning the few different types of gamelan that they had in Bali, Sunda and all. So what is the difference? Is it the number of the scales they have? Or
Yes.
how do you differentiate it?
The tones, the songs, the dance. They also have dance. And what you call it?
The scaling, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
scales. We only have gamelan Melayu only have 5.
5 because it's pentatonic.
Yeah, and Bali, Java, they have a lot. They have a lot.
What's like the maximum number of scales?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've seen their bonang and it's very long.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
many.
5 feet.
Yeah, it's really long.
It's really long because gamelan Java and gamelan Sunda, they focus more on the citizens.
Okay.
Like us, gamelan Melayu is for
Focus
royals.
royals, yeah.
But for them, it's for the people. So that's why the idea is more, the big the idea is bigger.
It's not
So
restricted.
the
Yeah,
higher
yeah.
you go on the hierarchy, the smaller it
Yeah.
gets, is it?
Yes, because of the formality and the thing.
I'm really sure where you're going with this, but okay.
If there's one thing that you want to do in terms of trying to make traditional music, Malay traditional music, more accessible to the general public, because right now when you talk about music to the younger generation, they would think about, like you said, Lady Gaga,
Yes.
Justin, whatever Bieber.
No.
Which
Not
we
that
don't
name.
play in Durian ASEAN, by the way.
Thank God.
So how would you do it differently, like trying to make music more accessible to the masses?
Because I used to work for a government school, and what we were trying to do was to try to teach and try to bring in gamelan music to the schools. But the problem is it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
So slowly now, more and more schools are trying to incorporate gamelan music to their co-curriculum
And also
activities.
angklung, because angklung are more cheaper.
Angklung is
more
cheaper.
Yes.
But yeah, in sense of gamelan, they're slowly trying to. That's why I mentioned before, in the past maybe 10 years, 5 years, gamelan music has really been quite popular lately. Yeah.
When I was, because I study in a Chinese school, so it's pretty unique. I noticed that in Chinese school, they try to make Chinese orchestra more
Yes.
accessible to the
Yes.
student by actually having a club.
Yeah.
A club that is anyone can join actually. And I'm not sure whether in government schools, is there such efforts?
It's a sad thing, really, because I really like music since I was young. And then if government schools provides such clubs, music clubs, gamelan clubs, angklung clubs, I think the teenagers would love it. They would love it, and they
And
would
they themselves would
learn.
contemporize this music.
Yes, because they have
they are
so many
exposed to it
ideas.
since very young, right?
Yeah, they
So
would
that-
make
Yes.
Lady Gaga.
Oh my God. Possible. It's possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows, right? Because we have so many talents, especially our youngsters. They are very bright. If they are not exposed to traditional music since early age, then where it would go? Well, maybe one day we won't know about gamelan. I don't know.
There's even a difference between the ability of my
persons.
batch to my younger batches, right? It would take me like maybe 2-3 days to get a song. my junior would get it in like a few minutes.
Oh.
So they're like super fast now.
Yeah, well, actually, that's true. When you are younger, you learn whatever easily.
Yes.
I can't imagine learning a lot of languages when I was young, because I come from a mixed background. So I learned Malay, English, and Mandarin quite easily. If I do it right now at this age, I don't think I am able to master all 3 languages that easily.
If you start young, it's so much easier. Yeah.
And it's a good exposure as well, because the tradition will continues. And it won't.
But as much as, I mean, you guys are giving pretty positive response about the younger generation, but at the same time, we can't deny the fact that we are heavily influenced by the Western culture,
Yes.
and there are a lot of
It's
people who are like,
globalization,
I don't want to do this, and also, what would your message be to people who probably want to disassociate themselves from traditional stuff?
Well, don't disassociate yourself from traditional background, because it's our identity. It's like our language. Malays have Malay language. Chinese have Mandarin language. It's a part of ourselves. If we lose it, then I don't think we would be a perfect human being. I'm not sure. It's my point of view.
For me, I think it a bit differently. Like when I learn traditional music is not what I am.
Okay.
It's just what I learn. I like doing it. So I think that's another way for you to think about it. Traditional music is something that is, if it interests you, then you should do it.
Okay.
Then you should learn it. But don't force. We cannot force somebody to like it, because Yes, I understand. It's not like the most interesting thing in the world to learn about. But
It's more interesting learning hip hop, isn't it?
No.
No. Some people. I had students when I was working in school that every day, if they see me wearing purple, a fan of Justin Bieber? What? How does that correlate anything with me wearing purple? So yeah, everyday life, whatever you do, as long as you like it, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. We are at the end of our show, but it's really fruitful discussing with you guys. And you guys are young yourself, I believe. Not that old.
Oh yes.
really.
So definitely,
At least you look young.
since 2010, the Gamelan Festival, I guess you still look young. But I hope all the best for Malay traditional music is up to people like you guys to carry on the torch. So that's all for today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.